Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Danya if you're new here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to add some really fun, cute stickers and labels to my Christmas gifts and my Christmas packages this season. I talked a little bit about my thermal printer in my Black Friday video, and I promised you guys I would show you how I'm going to use it to add a little bit of extra joy to my gifts and packages this season. So let's get right into it. Now, this is a gift that I already wrapped, and I used a white marker to add just some cute dots to make it look like snow. I'm going to be working on the rest with you, but just to give you an idea, this is kind of the look I'm going for. I used this beautiful yarn to wrap around it, and then I also want to add a bell, and we're going to work on the stickers that I want to create, where I'm going to add the names for each gift, and then I'm also going to be creating labels for the packages that I send out. For orders that I get for my online shop, I like to ship them out in these Christmas poly mailers to match the season. I think it's just a really fun way to add some excitement when they receive the package. And I also like to add cute labels on them. So that's what we're going to do next. We'll first work on the gifts, and then we'll work on the poly mailers second. So I'm going to set this one aside while I get this ready. Now, this is MUNBYN's newest thermal printer. If you did not see the Black Friday video where I talked a little bit about it, this is the 405B, and it comes with its own holder for the labels, which I absolutely love because you can adjust the size depending on what label you're using, because they do have the 4x6 size. They also have these round ones, which are 2x2. They have 3x3. They also have the rectangle ones. So there are so many different sizes. I am going to start off with these. And so this thermal printer, what makes it unique is that you can now print color. So they have the red and black option or the blue and black, which is an amazing new feature. I created one label in my previous video, but I want to add more. And they actually recently added an update to their app, so the colors are going to be even more vibrant. Now I'm just going to load this in. Let me push this back a little bit so that you can see. MUNBYN added so many exciting features to this new release. The first being the fact that you can print, again, two-tone designs. So the red and black and then the blue and black. They also introduced the fact that you can replace this print head, which is such a big deal because it extends your printer's lifespan. They also made the machine itself a lot quieter than what they had before. This printer has DAC technology, which ensures more precise and centered prints. They also optimized the wheel structure to give you the best possible clarity for your prints. I'm really excited about this release. I'm going to bring my phone in so that I can use the MUNBYN app to print out the designs. Their app is compatible with a lot of different systems, and I'll have them all on the screen so that you can reference them. So what I want to do is, let me just go to the home page to show you. Now, this is the MUNBYN app. I have my printer selected. I'm going to create a new design. We'll select round label, new label. I have the 2x2 inch selected. Now I'm going to head over to illustrations, and I really like this design, which I saved earlier today. So I'm just going to make sure I position that right in the center. And then I want to add a text box because I'm going to add her name. Okay, so this one is going to Julie. I want to change the font. I love this font. I use it all the time. Okay, that looks perfect. So now that it's ready, let's click on print. The printer is on. This is loaded and it is ready to go. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. The fact that I just printed a red and black sticker using my thermal printer. Now, if you're not familiar with thermal printers, these require no ink. You'll never have to buy ink at all because it does not use ink. And that is just the biggest plus ever, because if you know how expensive and frustrating it is to buy ink every time you're printer runs out, it's just really a blessing to have this option. Okay, let's work on a few other designs. And then I also want to test out the blue and black one that they have. So let's go back in here, and then I'm going to type in Christmas. That's how I found that tree. I want something very simple. Let's see if this one, Merry Christmas Eve. No, how about a different, oh my gosh, this is so cute. Okay, definitely this one. And then maybe I'll have her name right in the middle. So let's add a text box. This one is going to Emma. And then I do want to change the font. So let's head over to font. I'm going to use the same one. I just think this is really cute. I want to make it a little bit bigger. That's adorable. Okay, let's print this out. And then, like I said, once we're done, I'm going to bring in, look at that. I'm going to bring in the gift boxes, and I'll show you how I used the white marker, and we'll work on all of that together. I also want to add some bells. I think that would look really cute. All right, let's work on one more design. Let's do, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I didn't even notice this the first time. So cute. Okay, perfect. And then we need the text box, Emily. Perfect. We're changing the font to the same one. I love that the I has a heart for the dot. That's so cute. All right, perfect. And then that's ready to go. So I'm going to hit print. And that is ready to go. Okay, I'm going to set these aside. We're going to use them on the presents, but I first want to show you, let me unload these. All right, now let's test the blue and black labels. I am just going to do a plain design for this one because it's not for a Christmas gift. So I just want a generic, how about, let's see, how about I love you? Let's see if they have something like that. No. How about if I type heart? Oh my gosh, so cute. Okay, yes, definitely. And then let's add a text box. This is for Danny. And like I said, this is not a Christmas gift, so these butterflies are perfect. I mean, you could still do butterflies if it's Christmas, but I would have wanted to do a Christmas themed one if it was. Okay, I'm gonna keep this font for this one. Actually, let's see what it looks like with the other font because, yeah. Oh, I like that font. Okay. We will keep this one, and now we're gonna hit print. Oh my gosh, look at the blue. I love it. Look at that. So cute. Okay, now let's work on the presents, and then we'll bring this back in to work on the labels. We'll work on them one by one. So I'm gonna start with this one. I have these markers that I like to use when I'm working on wood projects with my laser machine, but it's also really nice to use the white one on this brown paper. And that's what I did with the first one. So I'm thinking for this, maybe I can do like a scalloped edge, and then I'll bring in the yarn and decorate the box with that as well. Yes, let's do a really cute scalloped edge all around. Oh my gosh, so cute. Okay, let's bring in the yarn. Now, I purchased this last year from Dollar Tree, back when things were $1.25, and I actually don't want to use it as a hanger. I want to use these bells individually on each present. I mean, I could also use, let's see, I could also use this. This is really pretty. Okay. Interesting. Maybe I don't need the bow in that case. I can just tie it and then glue this right here. Let's see. I can do a double knot. This, and then I can cut the extra. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, bringing in my cordless glue gun. I'm just going to turn this on. All right, it's done flashing, which means it's ready to go. And I want to glue this right here. Oops, I forgot to take off the lid. All right, so I'm just going to add a tiny bit of glue right there. And this is going right in the middle. Now, let's bring in the sticker we worked on. This gift is for Emily. So I'm just going to add this right here. And look at that. Oh my goodness. I mean, such simple gift wrapping, but it looks absolutely adorable, doesn't it? I love this. Okay, let's bring in the other gift, and then I still need to add the sticker to the very first gift that I already wrapped off camera. All right, here's the next one. Setting this aside, I will need this again, probably, but setting it aside for a few minutes. Bringing the white marker back in. What I want to do is, I really like what I did with the first one where it kind of looks like there's snow on the bottom. I want to do the same thing, but maybe with less polka dots. You know, the polka dots are dots / snow. Okay, so I'm just going to do a really simple design, and then I want to color it in. I actually don't want that one to dry out, so I'm going to use this instead. I cannot remember when or where I purchased this, but if I can figure it out and I can find the link, I will add it to the description box. But I like the first one I was using for my wood projects, so I don't want to dry that one out. And I figured if this dries out, it's fine. So I'm going to use it for this, and I figured it doesn't matter. I mean, on this gift wrapping paper, they both give the same effect. So okay, now once it's dry, you can definitely go over it again if you don't want to see these streaks and just to have like a cleaner look. I'm going to wait and see, but while we wait for that, let's add some of the dots or snow. Does it look like snow to you, or does it just look like dots? Let me know. I figured it was cute either way, so it doesn't matter, right? I'm going to leave an empty spot right here where I want to put the sticker. And it doesn't matter. I guess I can put the sticker before I bring in the yarn. So we'll do that next. I've seen some people use this technique to create almost like a gingerbread design on their gift boxes, and I think that is so adorable. Okay, that is good. Now, this gift is going to Emma. So, yep, that's perfect. Let's add her sticker right here. Oh my gosh, so cute. All right, let me bring the yarn. And then for this one, I definitely want to add a bell. Oh my gosh, how adorable is that looking so far? Now I do want to go over this a little bit, and I should have done that before I tied the yarn, but I think it's fine. They're both white, so even if it got on the yarn, it would be okay. Okay, that looks perfect. Now bringing in these bells, I think I want to use the shortest one. I mean, it doesn't matter because even the long one can be cut down, but isn't it so fun when you find something in the dollar store and you can use it in multiple different ways? I mean, I used one thing, or one item, and I'm going to elevate 4 different gifts with it. I mean, for today, I'm only using 3 items, but I'm gonna save the last bell for another gift. And then I'll use this one for the next one. Okay, so just adding a tiny bit of glue right here. And then I'll put this behind it so that it's kind of hidden. And then I'm just going to clean up all of this. Oh my gosh, look at that. I love how these gifts are looking. Okay, let's bring in the last box, which was actually the first box. All right, so for this one, like I said, I'm using this bell. And then this one is going to Julie. So before we attach the bell, let's see where we would like this to go. Yeah, probably also on top. All the way on top right here. Maybe a little bit too. So cute. Okay. Doing the same thing. Maybe I can even add the glue to the back piece of the yarn. I could even make it shorter. Let's wrap it around and glue it again. Let's see how that would look. Oh my gosh, yeah, that looks really cute too. And you can kind of see the twine. Such an easy way to wrap your gifts. And this is so affordable. I think I bought, oh my gosh, a huge roll for like $5 of this paper. So convenient. Okay. Perfect. These gifts are ready. So now let me bring the MUNBYN back in and we can work on the stickers for the packages I'm going to ship out. Just repositioning this holder so that we can make sure it's the correct size. And it does tell you which side needs to be facing down. So it says, let this side face down so that you are not loading it in the wrong way. Okay, perfect. All right, that is ready to go. Let me just push it back. Now, like I said, I like adding these to these super cute Christmas poly mailers, and these are self-adhesive. So you just remove this and then you close it and you're ready to go. Okay, so these are designs I worked on my computer and I airdropped them, but I forgot to change the orientation before I did that. So I'm just gonna do it through the app. Now the frame is something I downloaded from Creative Fabrica, but the words are SVGs that I designed. So I'll have the information of both the frames and these SVGs as well. Now let's take this over to the MUNBYN app, and then I'm just going to make sure it's the correct orientation for each one, confirm, and then I'm gonna do it one by one just to make sure. Oops. All right. And I have 4 of these. You can do as many as you would like. All right, perfect. Preview and print. We're gonna do the 4x6 size, and then we're going to print. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at how fast and easy that was, seriously. Okay, let me bring the poly mailers back in. So I'm actually going to add these stickers onto the poly mailers before I put the products in here, because then it's gonna become bulky and these won't lay flat. So I'm gonna do this first, and that's usually what I do with the shipping label as well, which I'm gonna talk about next. So making sure I have enough room when this folds over, I have enough room for the shipping label right here, and then on the back, this is how high this is gonna go. So I'm actually going to add the sticker to the back. And for the first one, we're gonna do Jolly right here. Oh my gosh, so cute. Okay, let me bring the rest. And then, like I said, I want to share some information about how I ship these in case any of you are small business owners. Okay, same thing for the rest. So I kind of know that I can cover this Santa and I'll have enough room to fold the poly mailer over and you can still see this cute design. Right, number 3. And last but not least, Merry Mail right here. Oh my gosh, so cute. All right, now, what I usually do for shipping is I like to use my scale to make sure I have the correct weight on my shipping labels. Now, you always want to make sure you have the correct weight because you don't want anything to come in the way of your customer receiving their package on time. So make sure you weigh your items. You can either weigh them after you put them in the poly mailer or before. So I'm going to turn this on and I have this Christmas set. It is Christmas leg warmers and a headband that I'm shipping out. It says 1.7 ounces. And then I'm also going to add my poly mailer. Now it's 2.1 ounces. And you might think, okay, it's a very small difference, but you, again, don't want to risk it and you don't want anything to possibly delay the item because, of course, you want happy customers. So then I print out my shipping label using my thermal printer. I'm going to place this item in the poly mailer, seal it, add the shipping label right here, or I prefer to add the shipping label before putting the products inside just because I want a completely flat surface, but it's really not that big of a deal and it's ready to go. So I'm going to go drop it off at the post office and that's it. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm seriously so excited about these. I could imagine like how cute these were going to turn out, but in reality, I just love them so much. I actually was planning on gifting some items in gift bags, but now after doing this, I think some of them, except for the bulky like tumblers and stuff like that, the other items, I'm definitely going to get more gift boxes and do this because I love this so much more. And I think this is more unique than a gift bag. I mean, don't you think? But again, if it's a bulky item like a tumbler, you almost have to, or you don't have to, but I guess it's easier to put it in a gift bag. And you can definitely do this with gift bags as well, especially if you buy plain ones from Dollar Tree or anywhere else you like to buy your plain bags. You can definitely use a white marker to draw on them and then use the thermal label to create personalized stickers. And I think they just turn out so unique and really cute. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video inspired you in some way. I'll have all the details in the description box. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer them. If you made it till the end, leave your favorite Christmas emoji and I'll see you all in next week's video. Bye.